I don't see their matchup quite
Oh,
yet.
you don't see the matchup quite okay. Okay, cool. We are live, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Captain's Deck after a long, long time. I've finally got some time to stream. It's just 11 p.m. at night. I'm joined here by Orion. Hey, Orion, how's it going?
It's going great. I'm excited for some Keyforge.
Yeah, me too. Me too. What part of the States are you based in?
I'm out in Texas, so Central Time, so it's a little bit earlier than
Central time.
11.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, I imagine it is. I imagine it is. Cool. Well, the match isn't up yet, but let's have a look quick through the decks going here. We are streaming the KAGI Keyforge as Garfield intended, season 7. So this is Murph's project. Really great tournament going on here. Let's have a look at the decks as well. So this is between Mark. I don't see the the webcams are here. We're kind of streaming the webcams through a few ways, so if there's a little bit of a delay, it'll end up catching up. Anyway, this is Algernon versus MarkH in the quarterfinals of the KAGI Season 7. So this is adaptive, pure, unadulterated, best of 3 adapted. This is probably one of the greatest non-Nordic hexad formats.
It's hard to compete with that, right? But it is.
I know,
It's
right?
up there.
But this is, I guess, a single deck format, best of 3 adaptive, which is really great. So this is Mark's deck. What do we think of Mark's deck? It's a AOA 77 SAS. What have we got here? Can you?
I mean, it looks blazing fast, right? We got the 30 expected amber, low efficiency,
Wow, yeah.
but it makes up for that with the binding irons. So especially in adaptive, if they make it to game 3, those binding irons can be huge. But looking at the matchup for just a couple minutes I've had, I would guess this deck is going to be the ones with chains on it. So might not be as big of a thing there. But some tricky cards in here still for sure. Like Tolas is a really interesting one, like to know when it tried to play or not, because it can give your opponent a lot of amber if you do it wrong. But mostly it's just stealing, bursting, some okay board control, nothing too crazy, lots of bounce. But
I mean, I'm looking at some combos. I mean, here you obviously too much to protect one of his clocks. Bren the Fanatic, Life for a Life, as a quick way to get, and double Life for a Life, so a quick way to get Bren back off the board and destroyed as well for a steal there. And then the rush with Full Moon in Untamed, Fuzzy Growing, just a lot of ember coming in there. Speed is a bit slower, but I'm guessing speed's always a difficult stat, I find.
Yeah, I mean, this one though, like again, those binding irons basically create negative speed for your opponent, so I think it'll still make that up a little bit. And you have the recursion, like the Nature's Call with like the Fuzzy Gruen and stuff. You might only have to call Untamed 3 turns in a row, and then you just win, right?
Yeah,
you can get those kind of turns.
Yeah, definitely. Let's have a look. Go and have a look at Carl's deck or Algernon's deck. I'm going to try and not be biased in this matchup here as well. Carl is a fellow host on the NKFP on the Nordic Keyforge podcast. So and anyone. Oh wow, okay.
I'll be the stateside fan.
Yeah,
they are ready to go. So let's maybe get through this one a little bit quickly. But what are you seeing here?
Yeah, I'm seeing the double E dice straight away. I'm a big fan of it. Star Alliance, they've got a stealth mode in there. They Senator Chief Garcia. So this is interesting as well, especially with the double Garcias and the E dice. It's like, well, if Mark's going to be pushing the bursts and the rush, then he's going to be made to pay for it. That's the quick thing I can say.
Yeah, double Garcias and Eddies will do that. The big difference is 22 efficiency here as opposed to the 0.1 efficiency on the other, but all the other stats are a lot lower. Creature control, Amber generation, but the Amber control will be probably the big one. Is if you can time that right, it could go the other way. But
definitely. Great. Well, I'm in the game watching. Let's go over to the game and we can have a look. Just try and get the stream set up right here. Nope.
We're good to give them the go ahead.
There we
to
go.
Start.
Yep, we're good to go. You can let them know we are good to go once I've got the camera in the right place. There we go.
Okay.
And I'll also move it down so we can see their discards as well. There we go.
So far, it
let's
looks
see how
like
many are purged. So what are we on here? We are on a obviously first game on their own decks. Algernon is going first.
make it clear that they can start. Apparently, oh, there we go.
Yep.
Yeah.
There we
so
go. Awesome.
Interesting. Neither one mulligan there. So they both like their starting hands.
Yeah. Starts with an Arms Master Melina. Both neighbors get Hazardous 3.
And
one thing I did notice as well was MarkH's deck has a lot of creature control as well, like double the amount of creature control that Algernon has.
So it does, but it's a lot of bounce and tapping. So like even with those Garcias and the Eddies, that might actually be like not even just neutral, like bad, like actively bad for Mark to be using that to bounce those cards that he needs out of the way so he can forge.
That is true.
No key cheat either. So I don't know. This might actually be a lot less of a cut and dried match than I thought at first glance in the 2 minutes I had to watch, and especially seeing this logo sport out already for Algernon. The Oubliette, I was going to say, that's one of the scary ones for Algernon. Hitting Daughter is probably, hits the quant. All right. So shutting down some house cheating there. Okay. But the Stiflin doesn't have a ton of actions to house cheat with, right? Like even with the Kirby's, you're only looking at 11 actions in the deck total. So that's an interesting decision. If we get a chance to talk to these guys, I gotta ask about the Oubliette choice.
I mean, if that's in the spare of the moment, you don't always get to make the perfect choice, as you do. But I guess if he is thinking that he can stop another game plan that he's seen.
Yeah, I mean, the big thing is he didn't hold that Oubliette for the Eddie, which came down right already here. Decided to just go for hitting the quant with it. But
yeah.
Do see a Call the Week hitting the Daughter there and the Chain, so going to be going from 7 cards to 5 cards next turn for Algernon.
Wow, yeah.
But already 3 cards in archives, so like we're seeing that 22 speed really quick here.
Yeah, definitely. He's just got to make it worth it.
Okay, so calling Logos again for Algernon is pretty crazy. We've already seen, that's all. Aside from the Star Alliance turn 1, that's all they've called.
So staying with me. I sometimes I kind of find that's a good draw with your deck if you can just stick in one house for a while, get that house out the way, and then go into another house.
And Logos is the perfect house for that too. When you're getting what is this double Tau, double Eddie.
It
helps.
Very much so.
And so that Melina is actually really relevant here, right? Because that Hazardous does take out the Knuckles Bolt if it tries to fight. But
no, it really, really does. Yeah. And just getting those Eddies out and protected is really going to slow Mark down.
So there you see he goes for the life for life to take care of that Melina because he knows it's going to be a problem. And then kills one. So I mean, still Amber total wise, it's very close.
And there's no recursion in Algernon's deck there as well. So now those Eddies are out. When they're gone, they're gone.
Well, so except for I guess the one that's already on the board could get Hysteria'd. I would imagine he doesn't want to do that with
No.
the
Yeah,
card
I mean,
under
he
Jaw
yes.
Garble, but
No, that is true. I mean, if he can protect that one Eddie, just the actually, if two Eddies out on the board, you want to make sure you get the advantage from that. You want to make that worth it. At least get that first key, get ahead,
yeah.
and then if you're not going to see the Eddies again, okay, they've done their job.
Which we do see that first key being forged by Algernon, which is
Yeah.
I feel like pretty important in this matchup because Algernon is just going to tax so much for those first keys.
We've got a Kirkar, Lieutenant Kirkar, out protecting the Edai and also protecting a Garcia as well. Second Kirkar out protecting the Command Officer Kirby as well. So Algernon really has got a board here. Key cost is at 12 now for Mark, which is just makes me happy. I'm a big Edai fan.
The Garcia helped. But yeah,
yes.
this is not the start that Mark wanted to see in this game.
No.
Because his options for getting rid of both Garcia and Eddie are so limited now.
No, he has no board wipes. He has a lights out. I'm not sure if he's used that already.
I don't think we've seen the lights out yet. We've seen the life for a life though, which is again a big one.
Yeah.
And we just had a second one there to
get the second
to get rid of the Kirkar.
Yeah,
or one of the Kirkars, right?
Yeah, so get one of the Kirkars, and then he was able to get fight Knuckles Bolton into Edai.
Yeah, so that Knuckles Bolton has actually been sitting there since turn 1, right?
Yeah, he's doing a little bit of work. He's putting in a shift tonight.
Which is vital given the current situation of the game. But again, can't get past that other Kirkar, so going to need to have some combination of bounce and fighting to get that Kirby.
Yeah. That is very, very true.
But he was able to forge the first key, and now we're at 4 amber. So I imagine the Star Alliance board is going to go to work.
Yeah. It kind of, really needs to, especially with double Kirby on the board and Garcia. I mean, Mark's got his second key now. His first key, sorry. He dies off. But, I mean, Carl is just roaring ahead.
Yeah, well, and that stealth mode at the end there is...
Yeah.
It's the SM. Did he miss something? Oh, stealth mode, just reminding him. Just a friendly reminder, because TCO does do a better job of putting those out there, but it's still so easy to forget that when you're planning a turnout. Which, I mean, that's brutal for Mark's deck, because he's sitting on 17 actions in that deck.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Kind of looking at the irony here that, stealth mode is easy to miss.
Especially... also has the too much to protect in Mark's deck, so that got shut off because of the
Well, Brend the Fanatic is out. However, both Life for Life has gone now, so hopefully second key 5 Ember there coming in for 6. So this could be GG next turn.
Just
without Star Alliance board.
Yeah, that Tantadlin though, it was about to start doing some damage to that 4 cards archive. Just give it 7 more turns. I mean, early game, if that comes down early game, they could actually sit there for a while, because again, on the other side, Algernon's deck has very little board control also. So the way that this game started, if it starts the other way for the AOA deck next game, it could be a totally different game.
Yeah, I mean, Carl has played well this game. However, he did get a very good draw with a lot of logos coming out early.
So good. Double Tao that early with a Donner.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
It's it looks a little bit like my NKFL game today.
Did you win?
No, no. Opponent had Ultra Grav like turn 2, and it was
Yeah.
just downhill from there. So, anyways,
Yeah.
we see the Star Alliance board reaping out here. Not sure what options Mark is going to have. TMTP is still in
No.
play, right? But you have to have a way to get them off after that. I guess you got the Hazardous on the Kirkar, so you can kill Brend on this next turn, which is
Yes.
why
Yeah, that is true.
I bet Algernon doesn't go too high above 7 here. I'm actually surprised he went to 7, but probably
Yeah.
considering now.
Yeah.
Oh, or
He's
you
gone for
play
Hysteria.
Hysteria.
He's gone for the
Yeah,
Hysteria. Okay.
that'll probably do it.
Yeah.
So what other options to
Now he's
take him off
pushed.
check?
Yeah. Now they got to play on Comm Officer Kirby. If he had a non-Star Alliance action card.
Ronnie's gone, Swindle's gone, so it's TMTP,
Yeah.
but you don't have anything to follow that up with, right? If you've even drawn it by now, there's still 10
That's
cards
true.
in deck.
Yeah,
So.
Mark can see Algernon takes first game. Good game. Great, cool. So that's a 3-1 win for Algernon. Straight into the reversal game.
Yeah. And we do
Let's
have
see how
Mark going
Mark.
first with the. How do you say it? Is that Stefan? I don't know how you say that. The Brave. Algernon's deck.
I would say Stefan the
Stefan.
Brave. Yeah. Stefan. Yeah. J
Interesting.
Lightio. I mean, it almost looks like it should be a different language, but it's not.
It's just, it's just poetic, right? They didn't want the extra syllable in there. So it's just Stefan.
Yeah. Exactly. Just right. big. We haven't said hi to the viewers yet, so guys, thank you all for coming in. Give us a follow, whatever, if you can. I wouldn't be, there's no point in streaming if you can't, stop the commentary just to beg for viewers, beg for followers. So hit that button. Back to the game. He's Edai out first. That's very nice.
It's not quite as fast as Algernon Star last game, but it is. We do see the Thorium and a Tau here, so it's actually catching up fast. So we might see that flood happen, see the Quant come down.
Yep.
But the Tantalin, if that stays alive, can actually start discarding some of those things. So hopefully he's archiving things that are not vital.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
But we will see what happens here.
Okay, Algernon's going to Shadows with Throwing Stars. Gets rid of the Quant straight away.
Twin Bolt damage was actually important there on the Quant, because that gave Algernon an extra Amber there, and then we have the steal off Ronnie. But seeing the Ronnie that early, I guess with Delson, there's no efficiency, so you kind of just have to throw stuff down as you see it. But
yeah, exactly. I mean, if you get those cards early on, you just get them out, and then hopefully you can cycle back into them by the time you need them. Wow. Okay.
We do see the big Star Alliance. Oh man.
Whoa.
So this is some of what was in archives there, but the Molina is huge, and the Kincan, right?
Yeah.
That means
An early game. Sorry, early game. Dis hasn't been called yet, for example, in either deck. But oh no, it's gone. I was going to say that Kincan out early.
And I bet he runs the Ronnie into the Eddie here just to help clear that board out a little bit more. Because we're probably seeing that Star Alliance come back down, right? That lights out is kind of your only breath of air before.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's lost. Yeah, obviously he's lost his Eddie. Garcia. Oh wow. Okay.
So I mean, after seeing the what is it? The Bren the Fanatic. That's like the one way that all of this Hazardous can backfire, but it not being on the board yet is it just totally shuts down this Knuckles Bolton for it to not be there. And important to note that the lights out. Oh wait, yeah. That's sorry.
So is the lights out been easy? Yeah, he played.
He just brought it back with Glimmer though. I was like, I went to go look in the discard for it, and I was like, I'm positive he played the lights out already, but he already grabbed it. And the Nature's Call here. Oh, and he doesn't go for the Glimmer Lock though, which is really really interesting. I guess the
The
hunting
glimmer
makes
lock.
sense.
Sorry, that's a new.
So basically, in this situation, you could just keep bouncing Glimmer and picking up the Nature's Call every turn. And
Ah,
since Algernon's deck that Mark is playing is lower on Amber pips, you could basically just keep doing that for turn after turn, and they're just sitting there trying to get creatures back on the board to recover.
yeah. Oh,
But
yeah. That's a combo I haven't seen.
didn't go
Oh,
for
I haven't.
that, probably because he got the
No,
lights out back. So it's going to cause
true.
some of
But
the similar
then,
disruption.
if is this the whole thing? If it's not his deck, he won't see that. Whereas Mark probably would have known and seen that with his deck and been able to do that himself.
Yeah. I mean, it's
That's the
also
big thing
like
with reversal. Yeah,
it's not always the right call in less efficient decks too, because you also lock yourself out a little bit. So it's a tough
yeah,
call, but it's an interesting one where it could have gone for that turn. Um,
yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, I've got a room for Mark here as well because I want to see the third game. I want to see where the change would be put
yeah,
uh, on for the third game. So I'll uh,
there's
I'll get some grief from Carl about this in the next episode of the podcast. But yeah,
there's a lot of game left. We still got
yeah,
another Eddie. We still got another
yeah,
Garcia to come down. So things could slow down really
yeah,
fast.
yeah. He goes into Mark goes into check for the first key. Got a misery exploit there. Um,
Yeah, do have
he
the
took
option to fight with
Tantalin
Anguish.
off as well. Yeah,
Yeah, it just feels very different from that first game though, when you didn't quite get, I guess, 9 logos cards to start.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. No, very much. That was a big RNG start. I think there. No, I don't want to take anything away from Carl, at all, but that draw for the start of that game was very good. You can't complain about that.
Yeah, and now we've got the Anguish damaged, which helps set up for a
Yeah.
TMTP play later. So definitely a much tougher
Yes.
spot for Mark here. Does get some archives going again and that Eddie down. So I mean that helps, but seeing it
Yeah.
before Algernon's in check is kind of rough too, because you could just go back into this here, right? These are creatures that Mark has to answer.
Yeah. This get rid of the Eddie. I mean, Edai is not. He's not protected there at all, and you do have the spider as well. So
Yeah, I mean the daughter is probably sticking around for a little bit, which should help.
yeah,
But I mean, even the Tentacus, like if you want to use that library to keep archiving, that Tentacus is doing more too.
yeah,
Wow, just goes for a swindle there. Uh, that's brutal.
oh,
Just
indeed,
pushing that amber
indeed.
total doesn't put him in check because of the Eddie, but yeah, Marcus had to scrounge for a lot of that amber already. So just seeing 3 of it gone that fast is rough, but it does give Mark a chance to answer at least some of this board here. So we'll see what he does with this
Mm,
Scullion and stuff. It's tough. Like you probably have to kill the Anguish, but oh, he does go
yeah,
for the Tentacus just so he can use that library. Maybe he's
yeah.
got some ping damage. Is there ping damage in that diss?
I don't.
Could be
Not
a
sure.
Hysteria. Oh, he's using the Buzzle.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
yeah. There we go. There we go. And I've got Grub to bring him down. So he's doing his best to slow him down.
Yeah, I think that's actually a pretty fantastic turn from Mark because again, looking back at Algernon's deck, most of his creature removal is bounce or the life for lives, and he has no
Mm,
creatures, and this is not a board you want to bounce if you
no,
give him
no.
back the Eddie and the Rock Grub.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And I mean, if you don't get rid of the Rock Grub now, he's going to archive him and bring that key cost up. If Tantadlin, I can never pronounce that correctly. Back out again. So the archives are at risk now.
They are, but like you got to think it's
I mean,
basically just a
you've got to.
bunch of creatures from like Star Alliance or
Yeah,
something at this point, right? Maybe it's some disc
yeah,
creatures. which we'll see if he goes dis here.
Yeah.
Because we could, like you said, archive that rock grub, but also need to just start generating amber, right, to get in this game. Or building a huge board that Algernon can't deal with. We could see that happen here too. So we do pull the archives. Yeah. Molina's back down. Kirkar
protects Molina. Garcia's
either
out.
Of the life,
there we go.
Life for lives yet from Delson. So that'll be probably coming up soon.
That's good. Yeah. I looked at the wrong discard there.
There's the stealth mode. That helps a lot.
There we go.
That should be a really big catch-up turn for Mark now, having that stealth mode. Because like right now, like what I see from Delson is like Brend, life for a life, just really turning things around. But with that stealth mode, that gives you a chance to really catch your breath. The Brend life for life is still scary, right? But it's a lot less scary when you have this big of a board.
No, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's just it's. I mean, what I say, like Brend life for life, it's a quick ember, it's a quick swing if you need it. However, I mean, Carl slows him down with Charette here. As well, so he's just got to, I mean, Mark's just got to kind of essentially go for the reap, because I'm not sure there's I mean, he's going to Star Alliance here. He can stop the forge with Garcia at least, and ideally just reap out, which he does.
I mean, the reap out is a little bit risky, right? Because we haven't seen too much to protect, which
we haven't yet.
Good that he killed the Charette there, because that Charette, like if you just reap out and then they life for life the Charette, that's a really big TMTP. Yeah. But even right now, Brend gives Mark another amber, then you TMTP, and then you destroy Brend is still a 6 amber steal. So that could be brutal.
Yeah, it is. You got to be careful. Yeah, I mean, he must. If he doesn't have it now, he's going to have it in his thing. I mean, he's got too much protect. There we go. Stealing 3.
Okay, so no Brend is probably means a key, right?
Yeah.
But we do have Nubliet on Garcia.
Yeah, good choice.
Rough. And then lights
out. We're on King Can maybe, and would you put on Eddie? No, you don't want to. There's nothing in the archive, so we don't need to worry about that.
Yeah, not at the moment, at least.
I mean, it's gone to 11 now.
There is one more, what is it? Tautau Vapors in the deck, right?
Yeah.
So we could get the archives back up a little bit. Or, I mean, even just archiving Rock Grub gets you another card in archives. But yeah, that 11 amber total is not great for Mark.
That's true. I mean, he's lost Garcia. Did he have 2 Garcias in his deck? Yeah, he has 2 Garcias.
So there could be a second one coming here.
Have we seen that though? I feel like we've seen this the first Garcia. We have already seen that. That's in his discard pile as well. So that's in. So first one's in his discard pile. The second one was purged by Oubliette. So that has that's not an option.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty rough. Like at this point, you're basically just going to try and win with this. Oh, that Hecatomb is. Does that actually help you? That's an interesting decision there. We got the check, but I mean, like Algernon's on check for their last key. We still haven't seen the life for a lives or the Brend, so like we're getting really close to seeing that.
Yeah, so he put him into double check there really by.
We do have the Kincan, which fires off of everything but Dis right now, so Shadows or Untamed is going to be a steal.
Yeah, that's true. That is very true.
But I mean, with the amount of pips in that deck, like going down to 5 is not going to be enough to keep him off check, right?
No, exactly. Mark's got a lot of work to do in this last round. He was taken off check. There we go. Ronnie is out with the swing.
The Kincan betrayal there, because it steals 1 to put you to 7, and then the Ronnie steals 2 instead of 1. I mean, it ends up being exactly the same, right? But it feels worse.
No, no, you're completely right there. Zoke is apparently working, so he's just lurking in the background here.
Yeah, it's a tougher time of day for the U.S.
It is. What time is it over there?
Well, like I said, it's 4 p. or it started at 4 p.m. for me in Central, but Zoc is Pacific time zone technically, so it's like 2 p.m. for him or 2:30.
Oh wow, okay, middle of the day. Okay, so Marcus cycled, and he's gone to Alliance, but I think he got a misclick there, so he's going to go Logos. I think, is he going to try and wild wormhole or try and top deck Garcia there?
I mean, he's probably got to
Doesn't
find
have a
some way to
wormhole, no.
archive twice. He has to
No.
archive twice, right? So
That is true, yes. I don't think he's got this do. He's got Tao Tao.
oh, there we
Draw
go.
2 cards. So he's drawing 2. Could he have any way to get anything out on the board to stop him?
Oh, he's got the jar goggle. Is there a way to kill the jar goggle? Oh no, because it happens on your turn. It just plays the card. It doesn't archive it. I always forget that, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh man, this is gonna be heartbreaking if this is just the.
Yeah. Come on, Mark. We want to see game 3.
We also want you to do well as a player, but also.
No, we're talking about. We're completely selfish on this channel.
Kills the Ronnie. I think that might be.
That might be it.
For spite play,
Twin
unless he's got a
Volts.
Garcia under the jar goggle. How awesome would that be? Oh, he's got Hysteria under the jar goggle.
Wow.
That's huge. Because now, I mean, you still have the Brend if he's drawn it.
Yep.
But otherwise, all the rest of your shadows. Oh no, there's 2 Ronnies in the deck. I don't know how I missed that. So there's still one more Ronnie.
Yeah,
left.
there's a double Ronnie. He's only played the one. No, didn't he play one right at the start as well?
I think he brought that one back.
He did.
Let's see. I only see one on the discard, so
yeah, that's true. That's true. He must have brought that back. Emberspine Mongrel's out, so we can't. Reaping's might be an issue.
But that means this is a key coming through for Mark.
Yep. Back to 2/2. Can he hold him off?
I just don't know how you generate enough amber to get past this.
No, not at all. Because he can't. He's got to deal with the Emberspine before anything.
We see the oof from Mark.
He's feeling
he's
it.
Not happy. The way of the porcupine on the Emberspine Mongrel is just a solid 6 hazardous to get through.
He's realizing out and he can't do it.
Oh no!
This could be it. Be interesting to see what that is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Poltergeist is an archive. Oh, that's unfortunate.
Poltergeist in the archives. Interesting. How does that? I guess you just hit your own library to get more stuff into your archives.
Yeah.
Or is there? Yeah. Oh, I guess that means he just doesn't have Eddie or Garcia here.
No.
Another way to archive. But you could have drawn. I feel like if you have no out, you go Logos here because you can draw with the Hapsis. Or maybe. I mean,
he's
he pulled his archives.
Something here. Stealth mode, unless he's just doing the best he can at the end.
Oh, it doesn't have the Garcia though.
It doesn't have it. Good games. Good games. Fantastic. Let's see if we can get them in on chat here to have a chat with us.
Yeah.
Let's just work out how we're doing this. I
don't know if they can come in on here, if it'll have to be a Discord call, but just let me know. So crazy though. So we see a 2-0 sweep by Algernon.
Yeah,
Definitely a little bit different draw order in the games, but also just very well played.
very much so. Yeah.
The just the right kind of control at the beginning of the second game. I think instead
Yeah.
of seeing all of that creature control early, they were actually able to just do enough burst to kind of keep Mark on the back
Yes.
foot.
Yeah. 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 Let me just go over to a different scene here, and we'll try and work out the tech here to get them in. Let's go into the channel, and let's see if this is going to work. Maybe later.
Let's see. So are you guys just going into the
Hello.
Discord?
Yeah, let's try. Let's go into the. Let's try and work out at the Discord here. I just need to work with the my video in some video.
Okay, where do you want my mic coming through? Do you want it on the Discord or on?
It's a good question.
Because I don't want it to be on both.
Can you hear us? Well, yes, you can hear us. Great. Let me just mute the. Let me just mute the desktop audio on, and let's see if this works. Give us Mark and Carl. Are you there? That's fine. The Discord.
And this is me.
Hello. Hello.
You saying that's not professional?
Hello. I'm not even sure if people. We're
Saying that's
getting
not
some view. Can
professional?
anyone? I'm not even sure if people listening tell us if this.
Saying
We're
that's
getting
not
some view. Can
professional?
anyone? I'm not even sure if people listening tell us if this.
Saying
We're
that's
getting
not
some view.
professional?
Can anyone?
I'm
I'm not
gonna.
even
If
sure
you're
if
getting the
people
Discord sound, I'm gonna
listening
mute
tell us
on
if
the
this.
ninja.
We're getting some view. Can anyone? I'm not even
If
sure
you're
if
getting the
people
Discord sound, I'm gonna
listening
mute
tell us
on
if
the
this. We're
ninja.
getting some view. Can anyone?
I'm
I'm not
gonna.
even
If
sure
you're
if
getting the
people
Discord sound, I'm gonna
listening
mute
tell us
on
if.
the
Great, cool.
ninja.
How's it going? Congratulations, Carl.
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does it?
on.
Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games
Carl.
feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does it?
on.
Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games
Carl.
feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does it?
on.
Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does it?
on.
Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does it?
on.
Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does it?
on.
Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does it?
on.
Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does
on.
it? Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does
on.
it? Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does
on.
it? Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel?
I'm gonna. If you're getting the Discord sound, I'm gonna
How
mute
does
on.
it? Great, cool. How did that feel? How do those games feel? Yeah, and it was very much a, you went calling Logos almost every, apart from the first turn you called Logos. I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn you called Logos. I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn you called Logos. I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn you called Logos. I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn you called Logos. I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn you called Lost, I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn you called Lost, I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn you called Lost, I don't know how many times to begin with there, Carl. Apart from the first turn, you call boss Mark. How many times to begin that deck off? Apart from the first turn, you call boss Mark. How many times to begin that deck off? Apart from the first turn, you call boss Mark. How many times to begin that deck off? Apart from the first turn, you call boss Mark. How many times to begin that deck off? Apart from the first turn, you call boss Mark. How many times to begin that deck off? Apart from the first turn, you call boss Mark.
Hysteria is such a key card. So then you have to make sure you can kill the Ronnies
Hysteria
before
is such
you
a key card.
before you can use.
So
So then you
Hysteria,
have to make sure you can kill the
much.
Ronnies.
So yeah, the C is tricky
Hysteria
for
is
you
such a
decks,
key
I
card
think.
before you can use.
If
So
you're
then you
thinking
have
of
to
that
make sure you can
Jargargle
kill the
or
Ronnies.
GS, if they're
yeah, the C is
guys
tricky
who
for
use
you
it,
decks, I
so
think.
before you
this
can
is
use.
just- if
So
you're
then you have
thinking of
to
taking out the game,
make sure
that
you can
Jargargle
kill the
pretty much
Ronnies.
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use.
if
So
you're
then you
thinking
have
of
to
taking out the game,
make sure
that
you can
Jargargle
kill the
pretty much
Ronnies.
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use. So then you have to make sure you can kill the Ronnies.
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use. So then you have to make sure you can kill the Ronnies.
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use. So then you have to make sure you can kill the Ronnies.
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use. So then you have to make sure you can kill the Ronnies.
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use. So then you have to make sure you can kill the Ronnies.
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use. So then you have to
Tricky for you decks, I think.
Before you can use. So then you have to
Swiss round or in the round robin, I decided to switch decks because I just wasn't sure how much you would be scouting me out, Carl. Normally, I use a really interesting Martian Gen double mimicry glimmer type deck that has this machine that can just get going, but and that actually led me to 3-2-0 wins in my group. But I decided to not play it because at the same time that it was helpful, it can be moody. I'll put it that way.
Do you feel like it's
And it has let me down before in the top cut situation.
Yeah, okay. Well, I have actually used this deck for every single game this KAGI, and I've used it in the past as well. The last two KAGIs that I've played, I've switched between two decks basically. But yeah, I I really like this deck, and I think it's easy. It's very easy to play against when you know it, which is always nice. Like it has very limited options in a few different categories, sort of, like in the C and A. It makes it like it's tricky because it can high roll and it has a lot of like tricks, but it's also a bit predictable in how it plays. So um, yeah, I had the other deck that I've used in the past. I didn't use recently, and I didn't want to get practice in with that. So yeah, stick with this until it doesn't work, I guess. And also I didn't scout anything, so yeah. But I have been thinking as well. Maybe people scout me, so maybe I should switch after this game or something. Let's see. Yeah.
I would consider this one or my other one that I used. Um, it's I love adaptive, and actually like since I first started Purge, adaptive was the way that I learned to play the game. Um, and so I could play it Kagi probably with just about any known. Um, I like to switch it up every so often with decks that I find that have like a little niche play or something like that. Of course, I have like the couple decks I'm comfortable with playing in adaptive. I would consider this one or the one that I use more often than this one. Overall, yeah, um obviously I would have loved to go further, but overall I'm pretty happy with how it went. I'm really surprised with the 3-2-0 wins in the group stage. I've never had like a streak like that before. And the last Kagi I played in the very first one, and then I just haven't been around. But I definitely plan on coming back for Kagi 8, and participating in that one.
Yeah, I think there's something really interesting about your deck choices in that I would say like the ones that have the lower efficiency that are kind of like a lot more like the one you played here, and it sounds like the other one I think they have a lot higher chance of those 2-0s, 2-0 victories. And so unfortunately, that means they have a chance of 2-0 losses a little bit more because there's a little bit more of that. But what that did is there was 3 different 3-0s in your pod. But I think you got the tiebreaker to get into the quarterfinals because you had those 2-0 wins versus going to the third game all the time. So I think there's some good strategy there. I know, like, if I was playing in person, I go for a deck like that in adaptive every time because I just don't want to play that third game. So I love these decks. It's awesome stuff.
I like going to game 3. What's that?
But he wasn't in the first game, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, Carl, you played a fantastic. Hand it to you, and yeah, dude, well played.
Thanks. You too. I was actually very happy we didn't go to third game because you have 2 binding irons in your deck, which makes it awkward when you're bidding for chains.
That definitely went into my thought process.
Yeah.
For picking a deck.
Yeah, I could see that.
I think I don't think I have any more. I guess just good luck, Algernon, on round 2. We'll hope to catch you in that as well because we're trying to do all of these. Good props to Murph for trying to get us all organized to do this because it's a lot, but it's super fun, and I love watching these games. Like, it's great.
Yeah, and thank you too for casting it. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks, guys.
And you stood for writing the question mark when I warned for stealth mode. Yeah.
To be fair, I only did that because that's what Zach did to me the other day, and it's great. Like, you need to have the color and then the play-by-play, right? That's good commentator pairs.
Yeah.
For sure.
Bye-bye.
I'm still on the Discord, but I can switch back to. Okay, I'm gonna turn it down a little bit again.
There we go. Okay, cool. There we go. Sound is working now. I might have edit a few of these little bits here.
Okay, am I too loud now?
Cool. No, you're great. Thank you. So the next two games we have is Saturday. So we're talking in 2 days' time. So the 29th at I think 3:45 Swedish time. So that's GMT +1. It's 3:45. So yeah. Then we have, and that's on Zach Armstrong's channel, Zach_Leg Week. And then we have on Monday, May the 1st at 6 p.m. Swedish time, American time, Central time. That must be.
It's 11 a.m. The other one's at 8:45. So sorry, 11 a.m. Central,
Yeah.
and then the other one is going to be 8:45 Central. So
there we go.
9:45.
So yeah,
Eastern.
so that first game as well was Moose Man Dude versus Not Tonight, and then we have Fabulausing versus Ashitaka, and we're still trying to sort out the stream for the second game there as well. But there are the other two games that are scheduled in here, and yeah, so we'll keep an eye out for those games as well. We'll try and put them in all the channels as we can. So yeah. Cool. Cool. All right. Thanks for coming on and helping me.
Yeah, thanks so much for being able to stream it.
Sorry, you can't. Apparently, you can't hear the captain.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? Zach, can you still hear me? Have I just been giving all that information and no one's heard me?
I'm hearing you, but are you?
Yeah. That was a while ago. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, just this streaming thing. I'm a little bit rusty on the streaming thing. Everyone can hear me. That's great. Everyone can hear Orion. Fantastic. Thank you very much. And we will call that a night. And we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.